and welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today we're going to be creating 4 cards with this gorgeous RSPB Papercraft Society Kit. Now this is a huge kit and it comes in a lovely box and packaging, and you also get a leaflet with it. It's kind of more of actually a mini magazine rather than a leaflet. It contains lots of ideas for what you can create with the kit. So Papercraft Society is a subscription, so you can sign up to the subscription. You can cancel at any time. The boxes are usually, as long as they've not sold out, they are usually available to purchase after the month, but they are then more expensive. So in this kit we've got these gorgeous 3D flowers, and I'm going to try and use a whole range of the stuff in the kit today. We've got this raffia, we've got this stencil, we've got these pattern papers, then we've got the coordinating cardstock, then we've got this lovely handmade paper with the leaves in it. So you get 4 sheets of that. Then we actually have 2 stamp sets with this kit. So we've got this lovely sentiment set that has things like happy birthday, sending you hedgehogs, be happy. So that obviously then combines nicely with this because you've got the hedgehog, you've got the birds, you've got the bee on here. And then some of these have the coordinating dies as well. And then you've got loads of independent dies as well, the little bird feeder, all the flowers, these leaves, the little watering can. I'm guessing that butterfly might cut out this one. And I'm imagining these birds might cut out these as well. And then we've got a whole load of ephemera as well. You get 2 of each thing. So you can see there's some really pretty pieces here. I think this is a fantastic kit for nature lovers. And I think it's a nice kit because you've got like the ephemera and the papers and stuff that you'll use up, but you've also got loads of things that will last you for a long time, like the stamps, the dies, the stencil. So for my first card, we're going to create an acetate card. I'm going to cut this beautiful piece of paper into strips to put down our acetate card. So I've got an A6 acetate card blank, and I've cut this down to 3 1/4 by nearly 5 inches. And I'm going to use these sticky specks to add that inside my card. So the sticky specks just add an adhesive layer to the back. So then I've got all my strips, which are 1/2 inch by 3 1/4 inches. And I'm going to use the sticky dots to add those on as well. And then I'm going to line that up with the bottom of the blue paper. This paper, by the way, is from the kit. It's one of those coordinating cardstocks. So then I want to use this ephemera as the focal point. So I'm going to kind of layer it all up. So I want it to go like that. So I'm going to glue the base pieces to the card, and then these pieces I'm going to pop up on foam pads. So I'm just going to take them off one at a time. And I'm going to pop this bird up and then slide these under afterwards. Then we've got this really pretty Sent with Love card. So then for my second card, I'm going to take this beautiful floral and I'm going to stamp it in the corners of my square card. So I'm going to pop my card base into the centre of my stamp wheel. So I'm going to arrange this in this corner and pick it up on my plate. So then I'm going to ink this up and I'm going to stamp it. And then if you're using an ordinary stamping platform, you'll need to move your card round 90 degrees, but because I've got the stamp wheel, I can move my plate round 90 degrees. And I'm going to continue turning it 90 degrees and stamping until I've stamped all 4 corners of my card. So then I've got this little butterfly stamp, and I'm just going to add on a few of those around the outside. So then I want this bird to go in the centre of my card. So I'm going to stamp this on a spare piece of cardstock. And I'm going to cut that out with a coordinating die. And then I'm going to colour this and the bird with my Altenew artist markers. Then there are my 2 pieces coloured. And then I want to stamp my sentiment onto this blue cardstock that comes in the kit. So I'm going to use this Best Wishes here. So I'm just going to stamp that in my black ink. Then I'm just going to cut a little tag into the end. And then I'm going to pop the bird and the Best Wishes up on foam pads. Then I'm going to pop this on here. And then I'm going to pop that on there as well. Then there's that card finished. So then for my next card, I've got an A6 card blank. Then I've got an A6 card front, and I've also cut this purple piece of cardstock from the kit to the same size. And you'll see I've just drawn 2 lines that intersect onto that purple. And I'm just going to cut along those lines. So now you can see my purple piece fits back together like that. I'm going to take these 2 pieces away, and then these 2 pieces I'm going to pop up on foam pads on top of that card front. So then I've got all of these flowers that I've die cut with the dies, and then also some of these that were in that little envelope that were pre-cut, and I'm going to fill these white areas with flowers. So I'm going to use these small thin foam pads to add those together. You could always use like glue dots or something like that. I'm just using these because I've got them to hand. And on all of these I'm just offsetting the petals of the top one over the bottom one. And then I've got some little embellishments that I'm going to add to the middle of the flowers. So I've kind of placed the flowers in their places for now, but I want to get the other elements ready before I glue them down. So then I want to use this Be Happy stamp, and I'm going to heat emboss that in white onto here. And then I'm going to stamp this cute little bee. So then let's glue all these flowers in place. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some tape across here, and then I'm going to grab some of our raffia, and I'm going to wrap this around. And then I'm going to add some foam tape behind my sentiment. And then I'm going to add one of those small foam pads behind the bee. I'm going to pop that on here. So then all that I need to do is add this onto the front of my card. And there's that one done. So then for my final card we're going to make a hexagon card. And I've got the hexagon card base, then I've got a piece of the handmade paper that's the same size, Then I've used one the same size and a smaller one to create a frame from the pink card from the pack. Then I've created a smaller lilac frame to go around there. So I'm going to glue this onto here. And I'm going to glue my frame onto the pink piece. So then I want this card to be like a shadow box card. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and I'm going to use this thanks a bunch. So I'm going to stamp that through the aperture onto there. And then I want to make these little hinges to lift the front up. So I've made one here and we'll make one together. So then I've got a 2" by 2 3/4 inch piece of cardstock, and I'm going to score that at 1/2 inch, at 1 inch, and at 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to concertina those folds. Then I'm going to add some tape onto either end of there, a piece on that side and a piece on this side. And then I'm going to attach those to either side of this hexagon. And then I'm going to remove the other sides, and then I'm going to glue that onto there like that. So then we get to decorate it. So I've stamped all of these flowers and this cute little hair from the stamp set, and I'm going to add those onto the card. And then I'm just going to trim these bits off the bottom so that it'll stand up properly. And then I'm going to add these ones around the top. And then I'm going to grab a foam pad for our hair. And then I think that looks really lovely. And obviously it folds down to go in your envelope. So then there we've got our 4 cards for today. I really hope that you've enjoyed creating them with me. I'd love to know which is your favourite. Please do let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed creating these cards with me, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.